Hey everybody, Coach Andrew here. Not going to do a whole lot of intro. Mr. Mike is here. We are in the middle of a conversation here, and I'm just going to jump right into it. We're just going to keep going. We're talking about stealing joy. Finding joy. We talked about finding joy in food and how that steals joy from other things. But
Yes.
if you're able to find joy in time with family, time with friends, that doesn't steal joy from one another, nor does it steal your joy from having food. And you talked about how you are not always 100% on point. Continue that thought.
Well, social times when food is there that's not on plan, you have to really. There used to be I felt like I was missing out,
Yeah.
and with LT360, I can try to find the things that I can eat yet still participate in social activities.
Yeah.
I think that I feel stronger because of the success that I've had in the past. It makes me stay focused on that. And I feel better. I feel better when I walk away from something and say, hey, I overcame that particular temptation, and I'm not harming my body. I've set up these kind of metabolic processes that are going on in my body, and I don't want to screw them up.
Yeah.
You know, I want to stay where I feel like I'm not spinning my wheels or not frustrated.
Okay.
So
I think that one of the things that needs to happen, and has happened in your process, we talk about nurturing the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. There is a mental transformation that has to happen for this to be long-term success. People can blaze and absolutely succeed physically for a time, but to really make it stick, we've got to change some of our mental attitudes. When you talk about those social engagements, and we talked about the feeling of social pressure, and it's not necessarily your friends urging you to do so. Those who know, it's just being present there and wanting to, like you said, participate and not feel left out, not feel like you're missing out. But when you check your preconceived notions, when you check your expectations of that situation, what am I getting from that situation? What am I getting from, I've had clients that say, well, I want to go to the bar with my buddies and watch the football game. I go, I've got no problem with that. I go, well, what about alcohol? I go, you didn't say you wanted to drink. And it's like, do you want to watch the game and hang out with your friends, or are you wanting to drink? Yeah. It's like, they don't have to go hand in hand. Same thing with, you don't have to overeat at Thanksgiving. We just passed Valentine's Day, and Coach put some great stuff up there. Oh, here's some healthy options. And I'm like, well, what if you just don't have candy and chocolate on Valentine's Day? There's no rule that says you have to. It's about celebrating the people you love. So when you're in those social situations, you start to ask yourself, you remain in that conscious, active, decision-making, logical mind where you say, why am I here? What do I hope to get out of this situation? Am I here to eat? Is it a new restaurant that I'm trying to experience? Well, great. Then that's part of it. And absolutely, you plan for that excursion. You plan for that departure from your plan. But if it's just, our friends, that used to live down the street from us and moved away, they're back in town, and we want to go out with them. Well, you can absolutely eat on plan, because really your focus should be on being social with them and catching up with them. So I think that you're making that mental shift, whether you realize you're doing that or not. But I wanted to give you a name for it. I wanted to give you a perspective on it, to say that that's what needs to happen. And then those social situations, though they can still feel daunting at times, you still see the pizza or the appetizer or whatever in front of you. You can say to yourself, I do want that. And could I, in proportion? Yeah, I probably could, and be all right, and so on and so forth. But really, what am I wanting out of this situation? Do I need that, or could I sit back and enjoy my on-plan meal and it not damage this interaction at all? Because there's definitely, early on, our execution of the program with inexperience can feel, you can feel very much, and that meals can feel troublesome, like you're being an imposition. But when you just learn how to, literally, you can order just about everywhere. When you find a way to do that, you just go, oh, no, I got this. Where do you want to? Oh, and you got the great friends and family and say, well, where can you go? I can go anywhere. You pick it. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. And if it's a little bit over calorie, or there's one or two ingredients that's off, I'm going to mitigate the damage and do the best I can. One meal isn't going to be the end-all, be-all of it.
And I think pre-planning, and you do one time and get through that, it gives you strength for the next one.
Yes.
and they don't come up all the time. Usually you can control your situation through the day and work and different things of that nature there, but there are going to be times that you're confronted with that. But if you get through it, it really gives you strength.
Correct. And those meals are going to be weird or
you find out you still make it.
Yeah,
exactly.
You
still enjoy it.
That's exactly right.
You forget what you ate. You remember that you spent time with friends.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
right. Participation becomes the most important thing as opposed to what you're eating at that social event. So,
correct. And staying on plan gives you more opportunities to participate socially in the future.
Yes.
So, but getting all your joy from your food will steal those opportunities.
Yeah. It's something you need to continually work on because it's a temptation.
Oh yes.
And but when you have some success with LT360, those temptations you feel like you can control them.
Yes, absolutely.
And 98% of the time, I think I'm pretty much there.
Yeah. I think people don't realize that how many temptations to lead us off the path of what we know is the right thing to do that are around us all the time. The opportunities we have to be dishonest, the opportunities we have to cheat, wrong, defraud, whatever. And we resist those all the time. We don't give ourselves probably enough kudos because it'd just be silly that I didn't steal from the till at work today. I didn't smack somebody upside the head or whatever. The things that we know are wrong that we just don't do. But there's all these little things that we let creep in and kind of muddy the waters. And like you said, when you resist, when you make the choice to do better for yourself, that should empower you for the next time. It absolutely should.
And, I wouldn't look at a whole week. I would just look at the next meal.
You're exactly right.
And don't take that burden on about, well, what am I going to do next Tuesday? We got this going on. We got this at work. Got this going on. Going away party, retirement party, whatever. If you just look at lunch,
yeah, that's exactly right.
And don't worry about next Tuesday just yet.
Exactly.
Until it gets here, you'll be stronger enough for it. So, I think the fact that you feel better mentally and physically adds strength that you can control those situations.
Absolutely. It absolutely empowers the process, and then the education when you get in the situation of that you're dreading next Tuesday, that you're more educated to say, oh, okay, well, I know that if I just avoid this and have a reasonable amount of that and so on and so forth, you have the tools, and then you have the willingness, you have the plan to execute on that.
Yeah.
So that's what it takes. That's what it takes. So, well, we can give you that at LT360, but it's going to take some time. But it can only happen if you come in and see us. Come to one of our free health and wellness seminars. You can check us online at LT360.com for more of Mr. Mike Stern. We're going to keep adding to it. We'll just jump right into it and no background, only foreground, only the present and the future, and we'll send this message forward in time. But we want to see you in here more. We want to see you in here as well, and we will see you out there on the road.